NBA 2K24 is just around the corner, man, and 2K started allowing content creators from Community Day to upload the builds that they were creating at that event. And I'm not gonna lie, there have been a lot of interesting builds that I have seen today, and I'm gonna show you guys some of the best big man builds that I have seen throughout today with people releasing builds. Now, obviously, understand people are going to be releasing more builds pretty much all the way up until the release date of 2K, so there are definitely going to be multiple parts of this type of video, but I just wanted to get one video out today just so you guys can get a little bit of a recap of all the really good big man builds that I have seen today. But with all of that out of the way, man, let's get started. Let's go. All right, so we're gonna start off with this brand new thing that NBA 2K has added to 2K24, which are NBA player templates that are now in the My Player Builder. Now we're going to go through a couple of these, but understand you can actually look at all of these player templates at NBA2KLabs.com, and this is one of the many free things that they have on their site. However, if you want to get access to the best information possible, you need to go pick up a premium subscription at 2KLabs.com using code Joey to get 20% off at checkout. All right, so let's start off with this first build right here. This is a Jaren Jackson Jr. build. It's going to be 6'10" with a 7'4" wingspan. Key highlights of this build are the 90 interior defense with that 93 block. 93 block on this build is going to get you gold anchor. However, I don't think you're going to get Hall of Fame chase down artist on this build, because with Hall of Fame chase down artist, you do need to get an 83 vertical as well. And although this is accurate to a Jaren Jackson Jr. build, the 70 defensive rebound is definitely going to be a little low for a big man build. I probably wouldn't recommend bigs to go lower than an 83, which is going to get you silver rebound chaser next year, but you probably do want to go up to 85 defensive rebounds so you can get access to gold box out beast, which is going to be essential for bigs this year, and that's also tied into strength, which you're going to need an 84 strength to get that gold box out beast. The physicals aren't too great either. That 63 speed is going to have you moving in mud, especially on a 6'10", which is supposed to be more of an athletic type of player. And then when it comes to the offense on this build, I wish there was a bit more pass accuracy, maybe a 75, so we can get access to break starter on silver, which is going to be the threshold for that badge next year. Maybe you could lower the mid-range, the close shot a little bit, so you can get all of those things that I listed that should be changed on this build, and then you would have a pretty solid Jaren Jackson Jr. build, or just a pretty solid big man build in general. All right, so now let's take a look at this Evan Mobley template. This is a 6'11" power forward with a 7'4" wingspan and a 215-pound weight. Let's start down with the physicals again. 68 speed is going to be a little slow again. You want to try and get at least a 73, 75 speed on these type of bigs. I don't even know if we can get it that high on 6'11s this year, but you definitely want to go for the best speed possible, even on these types of builds. The acceleration doesn't really matter a whole lot, but it's a 67 is going to be kind of low. And then one thing that is very concerning on this build is the strength is pretty low. It's going to be down to a 62. And from everything that we've heard about this game so far, strength is going to matter in this game. I'm going to recommend probably nothing lower than a 74 strength on the worst end. But if you want to be really safe, I think 84 strength is going to be really good this year. 84 strength is going to get you access to silver immovable enforcer, silver bulldozer, silver brick wall. It's going to be a nice little sweet spot when it comes to getting all of the really good finishing and defensive badges that require strength. And then when it comes to the defense on this build, the interior and the block are going to be really good. You're going to get silver anchor and silver post move lockdown. You got to get that defensive rebound up one more just to get rebound chaser on silver. Perimeter defense is okay, but then the steal being down to a 40 is kind of low. I do like having some steal rating on my center builds or big man builds because I like being able to get some passing lane steals, and it's just going to be kind of difficult with a 40 steal. Moving on to the playmaking, 70 pass accuracy is okay. You're going to get the bronze break starter with a 68 pass accuracy, so it's not too far off from that, but I definitely want to try and trend up towards the 75 pass accuracy at least to get that silver break starter. And then when it comes to the ball handle and speed with ball, if you're not going to be able to get at least a 70 ball control, I don't see any reason to upgrade it. And then the speed with ball, you do get a 65, which would be enough for Joel Embiid dribble style if it's the same as last year, which could be something that you guys might want to use. Moving up to shooting, that 78 mid-range shot's going to be really nice. You're going to get a lot of really nice badges with that. That 73 pointer might be a little low. You might need to adjust that, get that up to like a 74, 75 3-pointer. And then when it comes to the finishing, everything looks pretty solid in finishing, I'm not going to lie. Now let's move on to something that's a little bit different. We're going to be taking a look at this Nikola Jokic player template. Now let's just start off with the big elephant in the room. The defense on this build is awful. Okay, there's no real other way to put it, and if I were to make any changes to this template, I would try and find some way to get at least a 77 block on this build. That's going to get you access to bronze anchor, maybe move up the perimeter defense and the interior defense just a little bit, and maybe get that defensive rebound up to a 92, which is going to get you gold rebound chaser. But aside from that, the defense would be okay if you did do those changes. And then when it comes to the playmaking, you're going to get a 92 pass accuracy, which is enough for Hall of Fame break starter. Ball handle and speed with ball don't really matter a whole lot on this type of build. It's going to be basically a post playmaker playmaker type of build. No, it doesn't really matter that you cannot dribble on this build, but that 92 pass accuracy does look crazy. Then when it comes to the shooting, we're going to get that 89 mid-range shot. That's going to get you a lot of really good badges on gold. When it comes to your mid-range scoring, you're going to have gold midi magician. I believe you also have gold deadeye and gold blinders with that upgrade, so that's going to be really good as well. And then you'll also have an 83 pointer, which should be knocked down on 2K24. And then it doesn't stop there. When it comes to the offense, the finishing on this build is looking crazy as well. 95 close shot, which is going to get you a lot of really good mashing badges on Hall of Fame. You're going to get Masher Hall of Fame, Fast Twitch on gold, Fearless Finisher Hall of Fame. You're going to get a lot of really good stuff with that 95 close shot. And then you're also going to have an 80 driving layup, which is going to get you Pro Touch on Hall of Fame. You're going to get Scooper on gold, as well as Float Game on gold as well. 70 driving dunk is going to be nice. 83 standing dunk, I believe that gets you Rise Up on silver. And then the 90 post control is going to get you a lot of really good post scoring badges on either gold or Hall of Fame. Now, one thing I do want to point out with this Nikola Jokic build, and you guys can try this out if you want. If you tried to take this Jokic build and put it on 2K23, you literally could not finish the build. I don't know what it is with this Jokic build. I'm feeling for some reason on 2K24 mid-range is really easy to upgrade next year. It's going to cost less to your overall. Same thing for pass accuracy and maybe close shot as well, because I literally could not paste this build over to 23. And I don't know, man, maybe stretch bigs are going to be really good next year because of it. And I think Jokic type builds might be really good as well, because it looks like offense is cheap to upgrade on centers. Now, this Domantas Sabonis build is very similar to that Jokic build in a lot of ways when it comes to the post scoring capabilities as well as the mid-range scoring on this build. You're going to get a 90 mid-range, 98 close shot. Like, there's a lot of really high things when it comes to offense on this build. Still going to get an 83 pass accuracy, which is very nice. It's only a couple off from getting gold break starter at an 86. And then similar to the Jokic build, the Sabonis build is not really great on defense. However, it is really good when it comes to rebounding. You're going to get a 90 D board, but if you do want to make some changes, you can upgrade the rebounding to a 92 to get that gold rebound chaser. And then everything else on this build does look pretty solid. And now we're going to switch things over a little bit and look at some of the builds that content creators were making at Community Day. And this is actually a popper build made by Iggy Mo. This is a 6'9" power forward that weighs 240 pounds with a 7'7" wingspan. Now, I really do like this build a lot. You're going to get an 80 interior defense, 77 perimeter, and 89 steal. That 89 steal will get you interceptor on gold, a 92 block, which is going to get you anchor on gold as well. I do recommend that you go up to a 93 block to get that chase down artist on Hall of Fame, and then also increase the vertical to an 83. However, when these guys were playing on this builder at 2K Community Day, the badge thresholds were different. So maybe when Iggy was making this build, that's what was the threshold for a Hall of Fame chase down artist. But again, I recommend go up to that 93 to get the Hall of Fame chase down artist, and 83 with the vertical. That 99 defensive rebound is going to be really good. You're going to get Hall of Fame rebound chaser. 80 offensive rebound is going to be good as well. This build also gets Hall of Fame box out beast with the 90 strength, which is a really good thing. It also has 76 speed, which is going to be really good as a back end. Got to be fast on a back end, man. So that's really good to see, even with high strength as well. Then when it comes to the playmaking, he went with a 68 pass accuracy, which is enough for bronze break starter. I do recommend probably going up to a 75 if you want to get that silver break starter, just to be able to throw breaks a little bit better and get some cleaner passes. But if you're using this type of build for park, I could see a 68 pass accuracy working out just fine. And when it comes to shooting, he maxed out the 3-pointer to a 77 and pretty much called it a day, which I think is going to get you plenty of shooting badges on this build that will make you a pretty successful popper. And then when it comes to the finishing, I think this is the big difference when it comes from poppers from 2K23 to 2K24. You're only going to really get a 70 driving dunk. Now, that 70 driving dunk is not bad. You're going to be able to get the Klay Thompson dunk package and Luka Doncic dunk packages, which are very good without limitless takeoff, as long as their dunk packages are still unlockable at a 70 next year. We don't really know that one for 100%, so we'll have to check that when the game does come out. And then lastly, let's take a look at this pure inside paint beast build that he did make. And this, again, this is Iggy Mo's build, and I'm assuming he's making this build for park because it is 6'8". And then when it comes to the finishing, the driving dunk is okay. The standing dunk is probably a little high for 6'8", considering you're not going to be able to get any contact dunk animations with your standing dunks since you're only 6'8". I probably would have invested that into getting a higher close shot instead. Probably get like an 84, 85 close shot. And then when it comes to the pass accuracy, he's sticking with the 68 again. Defense on this build is looking really good again as well. You're going to get that 82 perimeter. You're going to get that 82 interior, 78 perimeter, 91 steals look like where he's got it at. But again, I think you could go with an 89 and be just as fine with getting that gold interceptor. Then the blocks are going to be at a 92. Again, I recommend you go up to a 93 to get that Hall of Fame chase down artist, 86 offensive rebound, and 99 defensive rebound, which is going to be really solid on this type of build. I feel like if you're a pure inside, you could probably go with the 99 O board instead, but he probably does have to put his weight up. He probably does have to put up his weight really high to get that 99 O board. Looking at this build right now, it's probably just easier to get the 99 D board and then just upgrade the O board to wherever you can. And when it comes to the physicals, they're looking really good. 79 speed, 94 strength, 87 vertical, 88 stamina is a little low. Probably need to go to like that 90 to 95 range. But again, this build is looking really solid overall. The only change I would personally make is lower the standing dunk just a little bit to get that higher close shot, and you're good. But that's also going to be pretty much it for today's video, man. Obviously, there's going to be a second part to this video because we haven't really gotten to any of the really good big man builds yet. I'm looking to see what KD builds are looking like, pure stretch bigs are looking like. I want to see some post score builds too. From what I've heard from people at Community Day, post score builds are going to be really good. I also want to see some Giannis builds with the bulldozer badge and stuff like that. So there's a lot more stuff that we have to get into in future videos, but that's going to be it for today. I'm out, man. Peace.